Hey y'all, Kentucky Farmer here, and welcome back to the fourth episode in my GPS mod tutorial series. In this episode we're going to use GPS mod to help us with hay or baleage production. This episode is intended to build upon some of the previous episodes in this series, so if you haven't seen the first three episodes, I'll include a link to the tutorial playlist in my video description. So we've got field 23 over here, which has been planted with grass, and I'm going to use these 5 pieces of equipment with GPS mod, and hopefully it'll kind of incorporate most of the stuff that we've covered up until this point. So I'm going to start over here with the mower, and if you haven't seen this before, this is you can mount the mowers on the back, but then with these fence you can put them in reverse drive mode. So you can see my guy is actually facing backwards inside there. And so you actually drive them like this. And I'm going to come over here and bring up GPS mod, and we'll auto set. Oops. It's detecting the smaller of the mowers. So let's unfold this one. And we'll lower them. And now let's go ahead and, there we go. So now it detected it at a little bit wider width there. So we can go ahead and turn this on, and we'll turn that one on, and we can lock on and set cruise control, and we'll just go ahead and mow here. And for the mower, what I'm going to do is go ahead and set it to end at the edge of the field there, and then I'll do the turns myself and then let the mower drive back and forth. Okay, so we've mowed our field, and now we'll set up GPS mod to rake the field. Okay. So we auto-detected our width. We've got a little bit of an offset, so I'm going to go ahead and zero that out, because I'm just not straight enough there. And then we're hanging off the edge of the field, but honestly, that's fine with me. I'd rather get anything that might be over here. But I am going to bump the width down just a little bit, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. So now that I've got that set up, I can go ahead and unfold this. Alright, and with it unfolded, we'll go ahead and turn it on, lower it, and we're going to lock onto our course, and I can turn on my cruise control. At the end of the field, we can actually tell it to auto turn there. And this should be able to turn from one row into the other. There we go. Now it looks like our width may actually still be a little bit too wide. If you notice, we're missing a little bit right there. Okay, we're actually going to stop it here. I'm not too worried about that other side where the angle is. So we'll turn off our rake and fold it up. Now I'm actually going to pull this up here and park it a little bit further away from everything else. And what I can do then is grab this, and I'm going to come up here next to this tractor, and I'll bring up courseplay, or I'll bring up GPS mod, and we'll say copy from neighbor. And so now you can see we've got the width and the direction and everything from our neighbor. And I'm just going to turn this tractor off. Okay. So now that we've got that information, we can come over here. And we can turn this on, lower it, lock on, and activate cruise control. Alright, so that was using GPS mod to bale the grass. And we'll get in this one here. And now we're going to go ahead and do what we did before. Now we'll bring up courseplay and we will copy from our neighbor. So that gives us the width and the position and the direction. When we come over here, now what we need to set up, if we unfold this, you can see we need to actually set up a little bit of an offset. So if we set up an offset to our left, about 2 meters, looks about right. Now we lock onto that. Oh, looks like maybe we need a little more than 2 meters. Let's do 2.5. Okay, now we'll just keep driving forward here, and it's locked on to the GPS course, so that's actually steering us. 2.5 looks like it may be a little bit too much, actually. Let's go with 2.3. Alright, so that's wrapping bales using GPS mod, and the last step is collecting bales. Now for this, we're actually going to come up here next to our wrapper and bring up GPS mod, and we'll copy its course. And if you notice, now we've got the width, the direction, the position, and the offset. However, we're actually going to have to modify that offset still, because when the wrapper deposits the bale, it actually drops it to the left. So we need even more offset. So we're going to decrease this down to like negative 3.2 maybe. And then we need to set this into operate. And then we can, well, looks like we may need to decrease that down a little bit more even. Let's go to 3.6. There we go. Oh, yeah, a little more. That's right. These first couple of bales, we kept decreasing it a little bit as each one went by. So let's just try 4. So one thing you could do then is we could dial down our cruise control something pretty slow, because you got to give the collector time to work. We'll do 4 miles an hour, and then we could set this even to auto turn, and then we can just we're already locked on, and then we'll just turn on our cruise control, and this should go and pick up some bales here by itself. It's going to miss that bale. This has got a slightly different turning radius than the rake, so it's not quite following the same course on the curve. But once we get over here back to this straight part, it should keep picking these up. See, I didn't have to touch the steering or anything. It'll automatically follow this offset now. Alright, well, we've got a full trailer. So, there you have it. That's from beginning to end how you can use GPS mod to help with creating, well, you can do, hay bales, or in this case, baleage. You could do wrapped grass bales, or even help with baling and collecting straw bales if you wanted to. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing for more farming simulator videos. I'm Kentucky Farmer. Thanks for watching.